some of you have a problem. Y'all got a problem with the king. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. Oh, I've heard the tears. I've heard the crying. And I'm just sitting here looking and I'm reading these comments and I'm laughing. Do you know why I'm laughing? At the stupidity of some of these people. And exposing what little people know. And proving my point about fandom and people who are blinded by celebrity. Oh, I'm so fortunate that I am not blinded by celebrity. I can call it the way it is. Now, I did a video about Michael Jordan and his free throw thing and said he lied, and everybody was like, ha, 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 he proved you wrong. And I said, how did he prove me wrong? They put out the video. He hit the free throw for the kid. You were wrong. I'm like, is that where the lie was? Wasn't where the lie was. Just because I said, I don't even think he hit that free throw. He probably airballed that thing. That's my opinion. I didn't say I talked to my sources and they told me they faked the whole thing. You guys were so enamored and so happy to go live, you made a fool of yourselves because you got two stories mixed up into one. You think what Shams or whatever somebody else Shams is talking about is the same thing of what Michael Jordan is talking about. They're two completely different things. But I'm here to clear your confusion. The champ is back. And for all those clowns who was just live on this show, that guy just exposed himself. A white man and a black man afro. I don't know what point he's trying to prove or what is he trying to do with that. I don't even know. That's suspicious already. Just showed me how little they know about the sport. They're just fanatics. Then they had some clown up there who just rants all the time. You know, looked like he, just came out of his first job or his bodega. Now he's got to go do DoorDash. Try to talk about basketball and all he could say, we know, we all know, we all know, yeah, we all know, yeah, we all know. These are clowns, okay? They're not, they can't give you any information. That's what you come here for, right? You come here to be informed. And when they can't inform you, they go into the abyss of ranting. So I did this for my subscribers only, because this is for y'all. These are for the people that ride with me. This is these who have to defend me against people like that. Clowns. I pulled up on their live stream and I said, I'm going to pull up on your stream and I'll debate you right now. So if you got any questions about what I said, I'm right here. They didn't want to drop the link. They didn't want to drop the link because they would debut their lies. They want to continue in the lie. I don't play those games. So now we finna get it cracking. I know Jordan people are just as worse as LeBron's. See, that's the problem. They both suffer from the same illness, celebrity. So a Jordan fan and a LeBron fan, both of y'all are all sick. Y'all are sick people, the majority of y'all. And we're going to explain that right here. So we're getting ready to get to business. Let me put my belt down. The champ got to put his belt down. I had to bring the belt out because I got to go belt to ass. As you doggone Gen Z people would say. So I got to relate to you on that level. Now, let's get to the business. Now that that's done, what would I be mad about? I got receipts. When you got receipts, there's no need to be mad. There's no need to be mad and you got receipts. That don't make any sense. What would you be mad about? That's like somebody telling him, when they was like, oh my God, there's a killer out there. We should be afraid. I'd be like, what would I need to be afraid for? I'm the killer. Why would the killer have to be afraid? Now, y'all want to hear the truth? I had already answered this, and y'all thought I was running? Never. Because he's told plenty of lies. So let's go into that and wake some of you people up out of your slumber. And guess what? You're still going to lie for him anyway. Yeah. It's amazing. You lie for the liar. Lying for the liars.
That's part of what, this is all about. It's a pass it, pay it forward.
Do you ever pick up a ball and just shoot?
I haven't picked up a ball in years.
No, come on. Just like walk past. There's got to be a hoop somewhere at your place.
You don't see a hoop anywhere around here, right?
I don't. But seriously, so last time you picked up a basketball and shot?
I was at the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
And I rented a house from the owner.
Sure.
He came over to do pictures. He had grandkids. And I was meet and greet and thank him for allowing me to stay in the house. And he had a basketball court. He says, I want you to shoot one free throw. I said, really? And I already paid for the house. It's not like he got to see me. So when I stepped up to shoot the free throw, it's the most nervous I've been in years.
Stop it.
In years.
Stop it. Come on.
The reason being is those kids heard the stories from the parents about what I did 30 years ago.
Right.
So their expectation is 30 years prior, and I haven't touched the basketball.
I hope you switched it.
Absolutely.
But you know where that line come from? The line used to be in. Moved it out. How? Well, look at you. Yeah,
Look at the back.
The center circle?
The back.
You remember the center circle? They didn't have it. Your finger used to take it, drive, take off, and live. That was the free throw. So now you can't start the shot outside the center circle, and you can't break the slide and get the break. That's a real thing.
Now, this would be a sweet story that Michael Jordan was finally telling the truth. But what if I told you he wasn't? He was once again telling a Jordan lie. Now, the fact that they had this thing here in the Ryder Cup, that was 4 years ago. The question was, when was the last time you shot a basketball? When was the last time you did? He went back to this moment because he knows how it ended. But this wasn't the last time Michael Jordan touched the basketball. He was lying. 2 years ago, Michael Jordan was at the pre-draft camp for Brandon Miller, the guy he said that team should draft, as he sold the rights to the team of his ownership and got out of it. This is what he said, Brandon Miller, about actually being in there with Michael Jordan.
Jordan was never the guy I grew up watching. I kind of grew up watching Paul George.
Because you've been in Michael's presence and because you grew up liking LeBron, as a young person, do you feel like that conversation is just overdone?
No, because I actually don't think LeBron is, the go to basketball. My go to basketball is Paul George. I always grew up watching him, so it's never just LeBron. Lace him up. Lace him up. I'm just old. Paul George, so I think Michael Jordan was just a regular guy to me in the gym watching me work out. So I mean, it's definitely cool meeting. He definitely sounds like how he sounds on TV. Always trash talking. So I just really had a fun time with him.
But you also mentioned within that he's just like he is on TV. He's talking trash. So what did he say to you?
He told me I was just a shooter, just shooting threes. So I mean, it's nothing with him. I know and I can say working out in front of my coach, I know my talents and my abilities. Can't really let Jordan get in your head. You know, it might make him feel good and make you feel bad. So kind of talking trash back to him. I witnessed him airball with free throw too. So
wait, so Jordan airballed the free throw?
I always have that up against him.
How did was he having a free throw? How did that happen? Was he having a contest?
He's just old. He's just being old.
Ooh. You gotta hope he sells the team, or you might be on the bench there.
Lace him up. Lace him up.
So, you see why he omitted what happened 2 years ago to go back 4 years when he shot a free throw for some little kids. Typical Michael Jordan. Always the PR. Liar. Now go. There you go. There you go. Now, as I love to tell people, you get the energy you put out. Michael Jordan told that story, and it's good for TV. Uh-oh. Okay. Anyway. Now, it's great. It sounds amazing. It sounds beautiful when you put it all together, don't it? I understand why Jordan did it. I understand why NBC did it. Oh, that's perfect. We're going to tell this beautiful story where Mike did this. But the question was, when was the last time you shot a basketball? He omitted it because for his ego, Jordan can't tell you the last time he touched the ball, he was shooting air balls from the free throw line. He ain't going to tell you that. Because in y'all mind, it matters. Didn't you hear the story about him saying, I was worried about these kids seeing me because for 30 years, their parents been telling them about my legacy. He's a slave to his own ego. His legacy will have him trying to compete with somebody to try to prove something. They think I'm this. Oh, I got to do something to prove that you've already won 6 championships. Nobody has taken anything away from Jordan as a basketball player. Y'all would say, man, it don't even matter. You're right. If you had listened to what I was saying instead of trying to cut and respond to a clip, y'all making it seem like I said he airballed. The airball I'm talking about was with the kid and not, it was Brandon Miller. We showed the Brandon Miller video in the video, but you didn't stay long enough. You saw the clip and said, they put the video out. You're wrong. Within the same video, I showed that same clip that you just saw now. I showed that same video. But this is what we do now with this younger generation. They only watch clips. They don't watch anything with context. So they don't know anything. I was saying this has nothing to do with Jordan as a player. We know he can play the game. I have him 5th as the 5th greatest player to ever play the game. Y'all get upset with that. Oh, how could Jordan be 5th? Oh, Lord, no, not Jordan. LeBron ain't nothing. I'll be like, okay, I know that. Well, you said Jordan was 5th. So what does that mean? That don't mean LeBron is even in the conversation. So y'all do the same thing that y'all claim LeBron James fans do. LeBron James fans, you say LeBron sucked, they talk about Michael Jordan. I'll be like, I don't care where you place Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan 10 times better than that bum. Then you got this doggone person over here who's talking about Jordan and you say Michael Jordan ain't the greatest player, they start attacking LeBron because then their brain automatically assumes you believe LeBron is the best if you don't like Michael Jordan, or say Michael Jordan is fifth. You see, look at these people right here. You got Nike in your title talking about, come on, man. MJ don't have to explain someone that his private life is now everything. See, y'all don't like truth. Y'all like to be lied to. You see, this is for people that like the truth. If you like the truth, then come on down. Because we got nothing but truth for you. How many people you know? Exactly. You just said a very key word there. Kyrie said, how many people you know put Jordan at number 5? Is it about people you know, or is it about where you rank Michael Jordan and where you think he is? See, if you based your rankings on what other people think, like the majority of you, then you guys are sheep being led to the slaughter. I judge the game based on who's great and who's not. I don't judge celebrity. I don't judge Gatorade commercials, Nike commercials, shoes. I don't judge that. It's about this game. And if Michael Jordan, you know me personally, I never rooted for Michael Jordan, ever. Everybody can tell you that. I pre-exist YouTube, okay? I watched Jordan win all 6 of his. I watched my team win their championships. So I know I've never rooted for Michael Jordan, and I'm from Chicago, South Side. So believe me, anybody on the South Side will tell you that dude is saying the same thing he has said for 35 years. He has not changed one bit. He has never rooted for Michael Jordan ever in his life and still has 5th all time of the greatest players that ever played this game. Now, Michael Jordan's game excelled as he got older. He went from Air Jordan, who used to glide through the air, do all these amazing dunks and moves, to a guy who was more polished. His worked on his foundation, post game, everything, footwork. It was flawless. So I can't take that away from him. He figured it out. But the players I'm talking about already possessed that. Isaiah Thomas already possessed that. Okay? Oscar Robertson possessed that. Larry Bird possessed that. I know they don't see these new people. They don't want to understand. They don't believe it because they've been fed. It's not really y'all fault. It's that they've been feeding you poison for years. You guys have been lied to for years. That's why y'all don't know anything. They've been lying to you your entire time. Lying to you. LeBron and Michael Jordan have a very close similarity in ego. Both of their egos are the same. Both are pathological liars. You think Michael Jordan is not aware he's a liar? He knows he's lying. But let's keep it there. He skipped over 2 years ago to go 4 years ago to tell you his memory that he want to remember. He don't want to remember what happened there. That's fine. But don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. And I got busted when I showed you and proved to you what the real lie was. I knew what the lie was from then because I remember when Brandon Miller said it. They gave him all kind of hell for saying that as a rookie coming into the league. He is lucky Jordan sold the majority ship of that team. If you'd have put that out and Michael Jordan heard you say that, buddy, you would have been in the biggest trouble you've ever dreamed of. So why ain't nobody talking about Brandon Miller? Why are all the Jordan fans omitting what Brandon Miller said? when Jordan was shooting air balls just 2 years ago. So he was a liar. So either Jordan did that video after Brandon Miller, which we know is a damn lie. There'll be another Jordan lie. And if he had already went on TV and said it was the Ryder's Cup. So either you did it this year, which was a few weeks ago, the Ryder's Cup. See, I watch golf too, so I know. So I know when you did that video. So my thing is this. Why did you lie? Either Brandon Miller is lying or you're lying. So I don't have to defend myself when I got receipts. See, this is what I mean. People are really stupid nowadays, and some people do it for clicks and views. But if you want to use my name and try to play a clip and try to make a point, and you ain't watched the whole video, I could tell by listening to what you're saying, you don't make any sense. You don't know this game. You don't know basketball. So you're going off documentaries and videos because you don't know any damn thing. So instead of trying to talk and listen at the same time, some people can do that, me being one of them. You guys can't. You know I had to get him. You know I had to get him. You know I had to tell him the truth. Why? Because they defend the lie. They lie for the liars. They're making up a lie that Michael Jordan didn't even make up for himself. I'm reading the comment section just cracking up laughing because they're defending a known liar. But hey, guess what? The reason why I say he's a pathological liar, and you say that's my opinion, him being a pathological liar, no, it isn't. It's fact. And we're going to prove that. Roll the receipts because we ain't done. Go ahead and try to spin it. We know you're going to try to spin it. You lie for the liars, so go ahead. Just act like you just didn't hear what you heard.
I respect Isaiah Thomas's talent. To me, the best point guard of all time is Magic Johnson, and right behind him is Isaiah Thomas. No matter how much I hate him, I respect his game. Now, it was insinuated that I was asking about him, but I never threw his name. Based on the environment and the camaraderie that happened on that team, it was the best harmony. Would Isaiah made a different feeling on that team? Yes. You want to attribute it to me? Go ahead, be my guest. But it wasn't. I respect.
Now, this man said we can attribute it to him, and it wasn't him. And Rod Thorne came out and backed him up. Rod Thorne, the man who drafted him, I think he drafted Isaiah too, might. But he backed it up. That's very interesting. Let's listen to what Rod Thorne had to say.
The players, because we were NBA, we were two of the NBA representatives on the committee, and we were the two guys who actually talked to the players. I talked to most of them, including Jordan. So when we decided, guys that we were considering, because at that time, we had a concern that maybe somebody would want to play. I was the guy that called Jordan, and when I called Jordan, his first inclination was he didn't know if he wanted to play or not, because, as he said, I played on an Olympic team before, with Bobby Knight in Los Angeles, and right. I like to play golf, and it's for the younger guys as far as I'm concerned. And so we continued the conversation, and at the end of the conversation, he said, "You know something? I'll do it." There was never anything in my conversation with him that had to do with Isaiah Thomas.
Never in our conversation did Isaiah Thomas' name come up. You heard him, Rod Thorne, and you heard Michael Jordan. But let's hear the truth.
I love to play with Isaiah Thomas. He assured me, he said, "You know what?
Chuck better than Isaiah. So Isaiah's not going to be a part of the team.
Okay, so the Chuck that Jordan is referring to there is Dream Team head coach Chuck Daly on The Last Dance. Of course, Jordan said, which you heard off the top of the show, saying he didn't have specific involvement in blocking Isaiah Thomas on the Dream Team. Max, now that this audio has surfaced, does it make Michael Jordan look bad?
It does make him look bad. And look, memory is imperfect. And if you ever played telephone as a kid, you know, even passing along facts, they can get distorted very easily. But in the doc, Michael Jordan's saying, hey, is someone on the team? You don't even have to worry about that because others don't want him on the team. He won't be on the team. But what he said here, which predates the doc, is I won't play if Isaiah's on the team. Don't worry. Even Chuck Daly doesn't want him. You don't have to worry about that. And while it's a subtle difference, and maybe Michael Jordan at the time of the documentary wasn't even really trying to change something. Just an issue of playing telephone, right? You're repeating something that happened, you phrase it a little differently, and some subtle meaning gets lost. But there's a big difference between saying, hey, I never had to say anything about Isaiah because others didn't want him on the team, which is what came across in the documentary, whether or not that's what Michael Jordan intended. And I'm not going to play if Isaiah's on the team. Don't worry about it. He ain't going to be on the team anyway. So even if Jordan is innocent of actual distortion, the optics, as they say nowadays, for him is bad. It looks like he was trying to make himself look good in one instance in the documentary, not exactly lying unless you say by omission, but by emphasizing certain things and de-emphasizing others, and then at another point, which predates the documentary, telling a different story.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it makes him look bad because this is what I...
You heard that. You saw that.
Warriors general manager Bob Myers told NBC Sports Bay Area.
Now, we're going to show you something else. You think it's over?
He actually prefers big time.
No. Just wait. It's more lies with MJ.
He said, quote, Ron Thorne, his sports writer Jack McCallum shared an audio from Michael on his Team Tapes podcast where he tells the
He's telling a different story.
Absolutely. All right, let's flash back even further in NBA history because during The Last Dance, filmmakers dug into Zeke, Rod Thorne, who was on that committee, backed Jordan's version of events during the documentary, but guys, respected sports writer Jack McCallum shared an audio from Michael on his Team Tapes podcast where he tells a different story. He said, quote, Ron Thorne called me and I said, Rod, I won't play if Isaiah Thomas is on the team. He assured me. He said, you know what? Chuck doesn't want Isaiah, so Isaiah is not going to be part of the team. And that is a recorded quote from Michael Jordan. Bert, what is your reaction?
Ooh, Rachel, a couple weeks ago, I started a campaign. Free Zeke, free Zeke, free Zeke, free Isaiah Thomas, man. But look, I'm glad that Michael Jordan is your GOAT because LeBron James is my GOAT. I don't have to deal with a liar. Listen,
yes, you do.
Michael Jordan did, and I said this before, Rachel, he made everyone watch The Last Dance, and it made him look like a superhero and everybody else look like a villain.
Am I supposed to believe Michael Jordan or my lying ears? Now, he sat up there and cried and talked about, if you don't want to play this way, I pushed and I dragged guys. You lied. And I told Skip Bayless you were lying. And I told Skip Bayless Rod Thorne stood up there and told a bold-faced lie. I said, Skip, if he didn't explicitly say it, he implicitly implied it. Come to find out, he said it. This is a quote from Michael Jordan. Rod Thorne called me. I said, Rod, I won't play if Isaiah Thomas is on the team. He assured me. He said, you know what? Chuck doesn't want Isaiah. So Isaiah is not going to be a part of the team. They didn't ask him about Chuck. They didn't ask him about Patrick Ewing. They didn't ask him about Stockton, Malone, or Chuck. They didn't ask him. They said to you. He said no. Come to find out he lied. And you know what, Skip? Michael Jordan was the only guy that mattered. You know that. So in other words, he did keep Isaiah Thomas. And Isaiah Thomas should have the vitriol and the dislike for Michael Jordan. Not Michael Jordan, but Isaiah. on his resume. Because he would have made the 8 Olympic team, Skip. They got boycotted and they went to Moscow. So he potentially could have had a gold medal. You kept this man out that team, Mike. So now, Skip, you know when you utter one lie, I get to call into question everything else you've ever uttered. Because when do I know that you're telling the truth? Now, we know he'll lie. We know he dry snitch. Talk about guys up in that room with girls and all that other stuff. Ain't nobody ask you all that. No comment. Oh, dry snitching lying Mike.
The truth hurt, don't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that truth burger hurt, don't it? Yeah. I want to hear y'all excuses. I want to hear y'all excuses for this. I want to hear y'all excuses for this egomaniac liar that's Michael Jordan. He's same as LeBron. Right? Ain't it the same as LeBron? Now that the receipts are coming out, I don't hear all the Jordan people now. You know what they say now? Everybody lies. Now, wait. Hold up. I thought we was capping on Michael Jordan. I thought we got exposed. What happened? Don't tell me your hero is a liar who been holding on for lies for 20 years. I didn't get Isaiah Thomas off the dream team. I never had nothing to do with that. And he on video, he on audio tape saying he did. They got you on tape, man. This dude is on tape. And there he got Rod Thorne lying for him. And Rod Thorne lying right along with him. Rod Thorne sitting right there. No, Isaiah Thomas' name never came up. Lying, I never liked Rod Thorne. He looked like a damn devil when I saw him. And I was like, yeah, I don't like you anyway. So it was perfect. I knew it. You see, Rod Thorne wanted to have this off the team anyway because he did not like the fact that Isaiah Thomas was making Dick Emerson mad and NBC. He was upset that they didn't shake hands and do all this stuff. So all through the season, Michael Jordan and Isaiah was cool. They had no problems. Through the whole 1992 season, they was all getting along. There was no problems. Then at the end of it, Michael Jordan went and said, I don't want Isaiah Thomas on the dream team. I'm not going to play if Isaiah's on the team. Why? Do you know why Michael Jordan even went to that route? Go Bears. Do you know why Jordan went through that route? Isaiah would have never done that to Michael Jordan. He never spoke an ill word of Michael Jordan. Never has spoken an ill word to Michael Jordan until the last dance. That is the only time Isaiah Thomas has spoken ill of Michael Jordan. Never in his life. You can go back to any interview. He had Mike number one. Even when they were playing, he would say, man, that's air, man. Air, the baddest thing going. He still was holding Mike up to regards. And as a basketball player, he had him up in high regards. So why would this man who y'all want to paint as he hated Michael Jordan? He never hated Michael Jordan. Isaiah wasn't the one flagrant fouling Michael Jordan at all. But see, y'all believe what the media fed y'all. There was a reason and a method to the madness that you guys don't know about because they don't teach you about. The reason that he did that Michael Jordan said, I don't want to play with Isaiah Thomas and didn't want Isaiah on the team is not because of Isaiah Thomas and Jordan hating Isaiah. Michael Jordan was told to say that. Yeah. All this is being revealed now. Who would have told Michael Jordan? Let's see how smart you guys are. Who would be the one to tell Michael Jordan? And Jordan would listen to it. David Stern and Isaiah were very good friends. No way. There we go. There it is. The invisible hand. That's who told him to do it. If you saw the movie Air, you would see how they made Michael Falk look. You would see how they made Michael Falk look to the rest of the world. And he is like, basically how his character was in the movie Air is almost identical to how he is. He's a very eccentric, weird human being. Very weird and very possessive. Isaiah Thomas is the president of the Players Union. David Falk, during the whole Olympics, was trying to take control of the entire Olympics. He was telling he wanted to get paid off of everything. Reebok sponsored the 1992 Olympics. He has this deal with Nike and Jordan, and his client base, which was Patrick Ewing, Barkley, all of his guys. That's why he wanted to make this. Basically, he's trying to run a Clutch Sports. Same thing LeBron James was doing. See, you guys don't know this information because you weren't alive, most of you, during this time, so you don't know what was going on. Everything wasn't peaches and cream with the Dream Team. Jordan's agent, David Falk, was making it hell for NBC and the NBA. And holding them hostage. He threatened to pull all his players out of all promotions. Saying that y'all can't sell a t-shirt with Michael Jordan's likeness on it. I need to get this money. I need to get this money. I need to get paid for that. We're going to put out our own Olympic shirts with just all the players that David Falk had, Patrick Ewing and all of them, holding the Olympic rings. They wanted to have it their way. So Isaiah Thomas had put in that saved Michael Jordan money and every player in the NBA. He put in a rule cutting down the percentage agents can get from NBA basketball players because it was too much. They were paying agents too much money. And as the president of the Players Union, he said this isn't right. So he went to the union and he had David Falk and all the other agents, they had to lose at least 5% of their money. Oh, that ain't sit right with him. That's not sitting right with David Falk. David Falk hated Isaiah Thomas because he took 5% less from Michael Jordan because Isaiah Thomas saved him money. This was about David Falk versus Isaiah. It had nothing to do with Michael Jordan. Jordan is just a doggone puppet who just followed everything David Falk told him to do. Now, you want to talk about receipts for that? Go look it up. Go look it up. So when Isaiah Thomas didn't make the Dream Team, it was mainly because Michael Jordan was being used as the puppet string saying, I'm not going to play if Isaiah plays. And I know y'all need me. Mike was going to play anyway. The Tony Kukoc situation was enough to make him want to play. Him and Scotty definitely was going to play against Tony Kukoc. Michael Jordan was going to play. But the NBA was scared, and they was like, we can't risk calling this bluff. There's no way Jordan was not going to be on that team. They were going to win anyway. They didn't need Michael Jordan. They could have sent 3 NBA superstars. They were going to win by 25 at least. There was no way they could lose. So the thing is, Michael Jordan was going to play anyway because they drafted and paid Tony Kukoc all this money, and he wasn't going to play for three years. He had to finish out his contract in Croatia. And then in 3 years, he's coming over and he's making more than Scottie Pippen. So Jordan and Scottie made an attempt to go over there to humiliate that man. They said he the best player in Europe. Jordan definitely didn't like that. So you knew he was playing. I'm like, I would have called his bluff, but the NBA couldn't do that. They couldn't afford not to have Michael Jordan. So Isaiah had to be left off the team. So they told Isaiah throughout the season, like, man, why don't you try to work it out with Mike so y'all can get past anything y'all got? And they did. They got along great. All year they got along great. And then right at the end, he went right back to the I don't want Isaiah Thomas on the team. And they took Clyde Drexler, who Isaiah just beat in the NBA Finals and won MVP of the NBA Finals. They took Clyde Drexler over him. So it lets you know right there, because you had 2 spots reserved. One was for college and one was going to be for an NBA basketball player. So they was like, well, everybody's like, oh, that spot going to go to Isaiah. So the end of the season, that was just to keep Isaiah calm for the whole season, because they were like, yeah, then the announcement came out that he wasn't going to make the team, and they chose Drexler, and then all hell broke loose. Isaiah just started torching everybody. And that's when Stockton got lit up. And that's when everybody was getting lit up. But it's just a bad look. And you know how bad of a look it is? We still talking about it 30 years from now. The Jordan lie that was done because of David Falk and his dislike for Isaiah. Once Isaiah wasn't the players union no more and he was out, they got a new president in, the percentage went right back up. It shot right back to the ceiling. That's your David Falk, ladies and gentlemen. They call him the invisible hand. That man extorted the NBA and got away with it for years. Why do you think when Jordan retired, he got out of the game completely? Because that was his only, like the other superstars he got, they didn't get other agents. When Jordan retired, he knew he had to go. The NBA didn't want nothing to do with David Falk. As soon as Jordan gone, they're like, okay, you get him out of here. And he did just that. He retired. Right when Jordan retired, he retired. And he went, sat down just like they did in the movie. And I'm just going to retire. I done made all this money with Michael Jordan, and now I'm gone. But that guy is not what you think he is. Let me see what the AI could say about it. Let me see what the AI has to say about it. Oh, they go to 1991. Man, they so stupid. They don't go back to the beginning. Oh, gosh, this is terrible. Oof. Yeah. This don't even tell it. That's bad. I tried to help you guys out. But, man, the internet is I see what y'all do, man. This is AI. Yeah, of course all of it can be manipulated. During his tenure as executive for the New York Knicks, the invisible hand. Yep. Now, they talk about what Isaiah did to him. He's like, he accused Isaiah Thomas when he became president of the Knicks, deliberately trading players that was represented by Falk simply because of their association with his agent and Michael Jordan. Not true. He got rid of them because he didn't want you. It had nothing to do with Michael Jordan. It had something to do with you. He don't want none of your clients around. Everybody know what you was doing. So Isaiah Thomas got anybody represented by David Falk off of the New York Knicks. And he told him, hey, he don't like Jordan. That's what he would say. He would throw it all on Michael Jordan. He just don't like Jordan. It had nothing to do with Michael Jordan. It had everything to do with you. But I just dropped that nugget in there. Let's keep cooking. Oh, it ain't over. Jordan's still lying. Don't worry. Oh, he ain't stopped lying. Now, come on. It's Michael Jordan. In that regard, they cannot take a scar. Like y'all would probably say, who cares? Exactly. Who cares? Jordan cares. That's why. His ego cares. That's why he did the thing with the free throw. Because it bothers him. His ego cannot say, oh my God, I shot an air ball against Brandon Miller. He couldn't do that. He couldn't go and tell the whole world he shot an air ball. That wouldn't be Michael Jordan, would it? No, he got to tell the story about when he hit a free throw for a little kid. Yep, that's Michael Jordan. And everybody's running off with a story about a free throw for a little kid as if it means something in the NBA. Jesus Christ. I swear, you guys are sheep. Sheep. And always being led for the slaughter. Can't stand the truth. So you roll with the liars. Shame of you.
Smith, he has really got that touch going. No, we're not talking about that guy. We're talking about LeBron Smith.
In Chicago, LeBron Smith scores 37 points against Michael Jordan. He said that LeBron Smith, walking out of the gym, had said, "Nice game, Mike." And you knew that this wasn't going to go down well.
The first half, I'm going to have what this kid had in the game.
Jordan scores 36 in the first half.
He's concentrating almost solely on the graphic.
He took such umbrage at a guy saying, "Nice game, Mike," that he torched and humiliated him in front of 20,000 people. Fast forward to decades past the incident, and there's a rumor that this never happened. LeBron Smith never put his arm around Michael and said, "Nice game, Mike." He went up to Michael and said, "Did this ever happen?" And Michael, with a smile, was just like, "No, I made it up."
So, to humiliate another player, he created a lie to get himself motivated, not thinking about what it was going to do to that person that was just trying to win a game for his team, had a good game, and he never even did anything to Michael Jordan, never said anything to him out of line, and let the whole world believe this lie for decades. Then just said, "Nah, I lied." And it's just business as usual. Well, tells you all you need to know about Michael Jordan, isn't it? The man is a pathological liar. And he will tell any lie to keep his legacy and ego all the way up there. Now, as a basketball player, he's one of the top 5 greatest basketball players to ever play the game. And I don't like him. But I can't take away what he's done. So you would think his accomplishments, everything he got, you don't need to lie. What you lying for? You got 6 championships, all the MVPs, all the stuff you did. What is there to need to lie for? This man lied and said the Piston fans has spat on his wife, Juanita, while she was up in the stands with the rest of the family. That has never happened. They investigated that and they spreaded it through the news. was terrible, and it was all a lie. All a lie. Jordan spoke about it in an interview and said, that's disrespectful. They should do something about that in Detroit. It never happened. They investigated it. They looked into it. Nothing didn't happen. Another Jordan lie to try to control the narratives. He would run to the papers. He would talk to Lacey J. Banks from the Sun-Times, who was a Jordan butt sniffer. And this is exactly what, the type of stuff they used to do. Before there was the internet, they ran to the papers. So now you know the truth about Michael Jordan. Let's see how you cover up and lie for him now. I'm out. That's what I said then, right? I showed y'all the level of where this guy would stoop, telling a lie. There's no grounds for this guy. He will tell lies no matter what. Why? Because it's Michael Jordan, and that's just what he does. But let's go back to the 1985. Everybody want to talk about Michael Jordan in 85, the All-Star game when Isaiah froze him out, right? Let's get into that then. Let's get into that.
And Isaiah Thomas have never liked each other. They both dominated the Eastern Conference during one of the most physical eras in NBA history. Yet they never shared a kind word for the other. Thomas has constantly taken shots at Jordan and claims he's not the greatest player of all time.
Well, I know it's all bullshit.
And his airness didn't shy away from that controversy during his documentary.
There's no way you can convince me he wasn't an asshole.
It all started during the 1985 All-Star Game. Thomas was clearly denying Jordan the ball throughout the event. Then, 7 years later, the Bulls legend explained the origins of their beef in an interview with Playboy magazine. If you go back and look at the film, you can see that Isaiah was actually doing that, Jordan said. Once it started getting around that he was freezing me out, that's when the ill feelings started to grow between us. MJ went on to tell the story of the first time he met Thomas. He admitted to being nervous and that he didn't know how to handle himself in that situation. As Zeke was already an established superstar in the league. That was my first All-Star game. I stayed in my room most of the time because I didn't know what to do, Jordan said. None of my teammates were there. I didn't want to be out in a situation that I wasn't comfortable with. The one time I did go out, I got on an elevator with Isaiah Thomas to go downstairs for a league meeting. That was the first time I met him. And I said, "Hello, how you doing?" That's all I said. I was really intimidated because I didn't know him and I didn't want to get on his nerves. I didn't want to seem like a rookie, to just be so stupid. So I was quiet. I stayed in the corner. When I went down in the room for the meeting, I still didn't say anything. After the weekend was over, it got back to me that I was arrogant and cocky and I wouldn't even speak to Isaiah on the elevator. That I gave him the cold shoulder, and I'm saying Isaiah Thomas initiated it all. In recent hours, Thomas rejected this story, taking to social media to call out the greatest player of all time, saying he's a liar and telling his version of the story. Stop lying. This story is not factual or accurate. Tell the truth, man. Dr. J, Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Sidney Moncrief, and I did not freeze you out. If memory serves me correct, I was injured most of the second half and Bird had a broken nose. Magic and Sampson dominated the game.
Exactly. Stop lying. He can't stop lying because of his ego. Everybody knows Michael Jordan is a damn liar. Everybody knows he's a liar. See, because of YouTube now, somebody in the media from Chicago created this lie because of the Jordan. Jordan is a rookie. Okay, this is his first All-Star game. Rookies, they'll be lucky if they get in the game. Let alone go in there and decide they finna freeze out Michael Jordan. Do you see who the starting five was? Dr. J, Moses Malone, Larry Bird, Sidney Moncrief, and guess who? Isaiah Thomas. That's the starting five. Michael Jordan is coming off the bench, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rookie. He took 9 shots. He had plenty of times to shoot the ball. He passed up shots. And he's told you this story plenty of times himself. I didn't want to seem like a ball hog. So I just wanted to give up the ball, to these other legends. I didn't want to take that many shots. I was a rookie. He said this. Now he goes and do an interview in private to Playboy to spread a lie 7 years later. And the whole game is on YouTube, and you can watch it. And you're like, I don't know what they talking about. You don't see it. So how is Isaiah Thomas going to freeze you out of an all-star game? That is stupid. You coming off the bench. He was injured, like he said, in the second half. He barely played in the second half. So what the hell are you talking about? But see, everybody else go off the words and they won't even go check it. Go watch the 1985 All-Star game and see if we're lying. So if you watch the 85 All-Star game and you don't see it and you go, oh, okay. So Larry Bird decided he wanted to freeze you out. Moses Malone, Dr. J, Sidney Moncrief decided we got to freeze Michael Jordan out. Because that's the only way that's going to work, Mike. The whole team would have to be in agreement to not give you the ball. It's bullshit. But this is who you guys represent as the truth. This ain't got nothing to do with his basketball talent. This got something to do with his brain, his ego. He's a liar. And he does things behind the scenes just like LeBron James. They're liars. Right now, they hiding this video. They don't want this video to go out because this goes against what they're promoting. They're marketing Michael Jordan to save the damn NBA. The NBA, Michael Jordan been retired for 30 years. They got to use him because this other guy they got is a goddamn bum. They using Michael Jordan to usher in the new NBA. We got to go back to the 90s. So what is NBC telling you? They're telling you, look, all y'all is trash compared to this era of basketball. So we got to go back to this to get the fans going in because they ain't buying none of y'all marketing to try to manipulate everybody to believe that this is greatness. No one believes it. And they're right. Nobody believes it. And they shouldn't. There's nothing there to believe. There is nothing to believe. Now it's going to get even more interesting. Because now you've seen all of these lies have been debunked by the actual 1985 All-Star game. And now you got to ask yourself, why is he lying? Why are you doing that? What is the point? You know what the point is? He didn't tell that story till 7 years ago. What happened 7 years from 85? They were winning championships and he wanted to bash Isaiah Thomas. All of a sudden, now it was all Isaiah who orchestrated it because David Falk told you to do it. Why would you be bashing a man and claiming you got problems with somebody who never had problems with you? A complete liar. And that's the part that makes it even worse is that y'all believe it. When the evidence is right there on YouTube, go watch it. So if you know that's a lie and you know this a lie, why the hell, if I've been knowing Michael Jordan has been a liar for years and he talking about a story about him hitting a free throw in front of kids, I ain't gonna believe him. I'm gonna be like, oh, that sounds like a Jordan-ass lie to me. He put the video up. I'm like, okay, well, good for you. But that was 4 years ago. What about Brandon Miller? What I said in the video, Brandon Miller was the last time you touched the ball. You ain't gonna mention that because Brandon Miller said you shot an air ball. So right then and there, I already knew the people who responded to the clips, you just don't know anything. You don't know anything about Michael Jordan and how he operates. And I live down the street from the house he stayed at when he won the 6th championship. That's crazy. And I tell people all the time, this is how it is. Michael Jordan, to me, is the epitome of what's wrong in today's society when it comes to celebrity. What he did on the court was amazing. And we gravitate to it so much that we forget the realities. Mm-hmm. No, because he was lying. And that's why everybody's like, damn, this dude just keep lying. And this is why he don't like to do interviews and do all, because he's a liar. His ego can't take it. He only came out because of this LeBron thing. And this happened back when he won in Cleveland, and they talking about LeBron and like he's the greatest of all time and all that. Jordan was like, all right, we're going to do this last dance thing. We're gonna put this out. I got to put myself back on top. I can't let this guy take my position. Man, I don't care about hits and views. I know they weren't going to promote this video. Do you understand that? Do you know how much Jordan is loved? Way better than that bum from Akron. So this was about getting the truth out there, no matter what. You see, that's what I do. I stand on principle. Jordan's greatness. How is it really greatness? Can you define that? What he did on the court, yes, that was amazing. But to say they played winning basketball and to a degree, when they make a whole bunch of rules to benefit you, just one person individually, then, winning a championship should be essential for you. They made it easier for you to win it. Just you. Same thing they did for LeBron James. They altered the rules for you. Yeah, I know. That's like the main part of it. Yeah. I mean, Isaiah is successful. He has had basically every job in the NBA. But it was so evidently clear that one person was lying and another one was telling the truth. Now, how many of y'all said Isaiah was still crying about the Dream Team when The Last Dance came out? And basically, he's defending himself. Isaiah was defending himself. Isaiah didn't have to go on anybody's podcast ever. Had no podcast ever.
What about the whole Dream Team situation?
Mm-hmm. No, it's all about right and wrong. To me, that's about right and wrong. If a person lie all the time and y'all just ignore it and just say, "Oh man, everybody lie," it depends on what the lie does and how big the lie is. To you, the lie might not mean something, but that means I can't take that guy's word for anything. His character is flawed because he deliberately went out to lie. Now, Kyrie, I know you drunk. I know you drunk now. I know who. David Stern hated the Pistons and loved Isaiah. No, I mean, loved Jordan. No, he loved Isaiah Thomas. Like, Isaiah Thomas is the guy that he liked. He loved the money that Michael Jordan was bringing in. He was a Magic Johnson guy, an Isaiah Thomas guy. They saw the business of it. So he understood. Isaiah was president of the Players Union for 12 damn years. So if they hated Isaiah, why was Michael Jordan voting for him to be president of the Players Union every year? He had Michael Jordan's vote every year to be president of the Players Union. This is a guy you hated, and you hated him. You hated that he was winning championships. Once Isaiah was winning championships and beating you, that's what you hated. But you can't say that because your ego is such in a way. Isaiah is the only player in the NBA who could sit there and say, I had this dominance over you. Larry could say it, but that was only Larry and them was champions already. They were on their way out. Isaiah has always had success over Michael. That only on Isaiah's way out did Michael really start getting wins over them. Mm-hmm. He said, Jay mad because the little man beat that ass. Exactly. Isaiah Thomas whooped their ass. And that's the problem, that Michael Jordan know the truth. He can lie to everybody in the world, but he knows Isaiah Thomas was whooping my ass. And I couldn't do nothing about it. I couldn't stop it. 3 years in a row, he was eliminating your ass. And only when he was injured did you win against him. And you know it. So you were like, I swept him, but it's like, you got 6 championships, Mike. It's the ego. Didn't beat Isaiah at his best. And it eats at him. Because he know Isaiah got that over him. So he gotta find any way to dislike, can't be friends with him, can't be cool with him. He want to find any way to destroy that because he knows in his heart of hearts he can't live with it.
Pistons against Celtics, Pistons against
games.
Bulls. Those are the highest rated games of the 80s. And they all have one thing in common. That's the Detroit Pistons.
That's crazy.
Now you can talk about all them other teams if you want. Those are the facts.
To piggyback off RC's question, because it didn't seem like you was upset being called an asshole. I've been called an asshole.
Well,
I
was upset. I was highly upset.
Why? Let me say this.
It's not negative.
It was the Last Dance documentary. We obviously know everything that was said about Isaiah throughout that, and that was one of the quotes. And it was quoted, and then he quote tweeted it. It said, "Read the quote in its entirety. Don't cut it up. I meant what I said."
Yeah. Now here's why I was upset of watching a documentary of a guy being an asshole to everybody, but then call me an asshole, and I ain't been nothing but nice to this dude. Now this real talk, go back and document it. You can go back on the west side of Chicago. I ain't talking about Michigan Avenue where they used to kick me off for shining shoes. I couldn't shine shoes on Michigan Avenue. I couldn't shine shoes on Rush Street. They kicked me out of there. On the west side of Chicago, that's where I'm from, okay? Now, on the west side of Chicago, when Michael Jordan got to Chicago, I made it real easy for him to walk those streets on the west side of Chicago. My family took care of him. My sister and his brother hung out as friends. My little nephew lived with Michael Jordan.
Wow.
I'm gonna say this again. My little nephew lived with Michael Jordan. Now, I'm being extremely good to this dude. I'm calling his house during this period of time. So all this, Isaiah was the ass of that. No, dude, I was looking out for you. Now, when we played, right, you ain't seen me hit Michael Jordan. As a matter of fact, you ain't seen me hit nobody. Lambeer and Mahorn would hit somebody, and what they would do? They would come hit me or say Isaiah hit. I said, no. Fight. That's the dude who hit you. Fight him.
Right.
Oh, well, you told him to hit me. So then they want to fight me. Okay, well, I know how to fight. So I ain't backing down. We can do that, right? But in Chicago, during that period of time, watching that doc, here's the thing that I was most disappointed at. I talked to you about Chuck Noll and how Chuck Noll.
Now, let me just say that. Now, Michael Jordan lived with Isaiah Thomas's family when he was in that All-Star game in 1985. He's living with Isaiah Thomas's nephew in 1985. His brother and family, everybody's looking out for Michael Jordan in Chicago. There was no beef. This is why I told y'all it was a lie that they kept implanting. So why would Isaiah Thomas freeze out Michael Jordan when you living with his family? This is why Isaiah said, stop lying, man. Damn. Why do you keep lying? This is the biggest problem we have right now is nobody is telling the truth. And then when the truth is told, y'all want to believe the lies so damn much. Y'all defend the liars. I mean, like, dog, it's obvious. We didn't just gave you receipt after receipt after receipt after receipt of Michael Jordan just lying for no apparent goddamn reason. And why would y'all sit there and back that? This is why I had this subscriber only, because I wanted my subscribers to know specifically what is going on around here. You see all these little glamour dolls. They just want to talk and put puff pieces up about players. You don't know what you're talking about. Jordan was way better. We're not even talking about basketball. We're talking about the character of the person. He's a liar. Does not dictate basketball. It dictates that person. So when you say liar, his lies, we're talking about that person as a liar. LeBron James, he is a definite liar. You can go, anything he does is a lie. You can't believe nothing he do or say. LeBron said, yep, I had ice cream this morning with these little kids. You gonna believe that? I'll be like, I don't believe nothing LeBron James said. Everything come out of his goddamn mouth is, yeah, there you go. You tell him, Jersey, yay. Right, in this era, they praise the liars and then blame you for telling the truth. Like, man, everybody lies, see, no? Everybody tell a lie, see, no? I mean, we ain't got nothing to do with him on the court. We ain't never said nothing about Michael Jordan on the court. We talking about Michael Jordan lying. That's what we talking about. That was the title. The lies, Jordan lies, explained. Michael Jordan, the liar. It's all explained. I broke in to do this. I wasn't even going to do this one until I saw these fools on this internet running with a story, running with a clip of me and don't even have any context. And then I go in their chat. I said, well, drop the link. Then they get scared. See, Carcino's in the chat. Carcino's in the chat. I'm just going to ignore it like I don't see it. Who are we really talking about before I was talking about this? Yeah, exactly. You scared because you know you can't debate it because you don't have the information. You don't talk about basketball and all you're going to do is read a stat sheet. You don't watch the games. I can tell a phony when I see him a mile away. Y'all fucking phonies. Now, look. I've told him. They must have been David Falk's clients. No, they just nut huggers. And when you see these nut huggers and they doing things for hits and views, they say, hey, if we talk bad about LeBron, then we gonna get hits and views. You got this doggone New York Knicks guy who ain't even supporting the Knicks. He's supporting anything but the Knicks. He's Jordan posters and everything in the background. He's just supporting Jordan. The guy that beat your team every goddamn time he played him. That's what we talk about. I'm like, look, they can come on down. I told them to come on down. I would drop that link and serve their ass right from the top. Yeah, exactly. He gets on LeBron for not having integrity, but then talking about Michael Jordan does. What integrity he has? They both liars. They are both egomaniacs and lie, both of them. Jordan's just a better basketball player than LeBron James ever will be. He's light years above LeBron. That's the only difference. Ego maniacs, both of them are. Oh my gosh. I appreciate the super chat. He said that dislike started when he walked off the court early went right past the Bulls bench. Total disrespect. Daryl Jones, they deserve to be disrespected. Did you ever ask yourself, why did they walk off the court and didn't shake his hand? Did you ever find that information out? They did it because Michael Jordan, the day before the game, went to the press and did an interview and started saying what they told him to promote. This is the end of dirty basketball. They've been trying to see, it's just like the internet when people play their propaganda media games. They were running to the papers and they were running with slogans that they were saying on NBC. They was pushing and propelling that with Dick Ebersol. It's the end of dirty basketball. It's the new era of basketball. It's the end of that dirty basketball. It's the end of that. So he was pushing that narrative, saying, oh, the whole world is going to rejoice when we get rid of this team. He went there and said that when they was up 3-0. He didn't say none of this before that. They was up 3-0. Then he started just talking and going off at the mouth in the interview, disrespecting the entire Detroit Pistons team. And you got to play them in game 4. So now it was like F Michael Jordan, the whole game 4. They didn't have nothing to say. They were not going to shake his hand. They didn't give a damn about him no more. You disrespected, and I'm supposed to shake your hand after you just disrespected us like that? No previous champion has ever done that. But they don't say anything about what Michael Jordan said. The Detroit press was upset with Michael Jordan. The people in Detroit was upset with Michael Jordan. He shitted on the people in Detroit. And he sat there and the team didn't like him. So now he expect people to shake his hand? I'd have spit in his face, then slapped him. But see, they never talk about what Michael Jordan did. They only talk about the Pistons walking off because that's part of the agenda. You know, you see the Reggie Miller fight with Michael Jordan, right? They showed Reggie Miller hitting Michael Jordan, and Michael Jordan run up to him, right, and start fighting Reggie. And the whole fight was the fact that Michael Jordan had a chick pregnant that wasn't his wife. She told him he might be the father. So he was frustrated the whole day in Indiana because he's in Indiana dealing with legal proceedings. So he takes out his frustration out on Reggie Miller. And he hit Reggie Miller first. They don't even show you that part. They only clip it to where Reggie retaliates and hit him, and then Jordan starts to fight. They throw Reggie Miller out and let Michael Jordan continue to play in that game. And Reggie Miller had so much of a fuss, and people were so angry because Jordan should have been ejected. He the one came up fighting. They threw Reggie Miller out and let Jordan play the whole game. And it was a big thing in the papers, and they had to suspend Michael Jordan for the next game. They don't want to tell y'all the truth. I remember because I watched the game, so I knew. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, here we go. Kicking the game off. Here's Jordan. He comes down, pumps fakes. It gets swatted. Reggie said, get that shit out of here. Dale Davis rejected it. Mike's pissed. Jordan gets the rebound. Now he's coming back down the court again. Now I want y'all to see this. They never show y'all this. Here come Mike. Pulls up for a jump shot. He missed. Rebound comes out. Mike is having an off night, right? Completely frustrated. Dale scores on that end. They get the steal. They come back. Jordan gets the ball back. Now watch this. He gives it up. Jordan gets clipped from behind. He falls down. He trips Reggie. Reggie gets the ball, kicks it back out. McLeod comes down. They get a foul. Stoppage on the play. Right? Here it comes again. Jordan. There's a pick. Smith comes around. Jordan does a reverse layup. He missed a layup that he normally hits all the time. Mike's having an off night. Reggie pulls up on Mike, hits over Michael Jordan. Now Mike is real frustrated. Right? Turnover. They running him. They are running him. So I want y'all to see this because people would deny y'all. McLeod, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody in here knows some NBA. Somebody in here knows some NBA. That's what we talking about. See, we don't do what the clown show do. We come with information. If you don't got information and you just running off at the lips, then we don't respect it. We don't respect rants. Kids rant. Adults talk. Look, they swinging it. Oh, Mike, pump fake. He pulls up. Breaks it. Damn, Mike having a tough night. Dunked by Horace Grant. The rest of the team is keeping them alive. Here it is. On Reggie. He kicks it out. They missed the jump shot. Mike down low. Horace down low gets the rebound, right? They're on a fast break. They kick it. They swinging it around. Here comes Jordan. He gets him a dunk. Right? Reggie trying to get loose. The double comes. They kick it out. Jump shot. Oh. Now it's 18-10. Here it is, Jordan. Bringing it up. Pull up, jump shot. BJ. Oh, there we go. Put back. Here we go. Jordan and Reggie. Now, you see, look, Jordan is mad. He's pushing Reggie, and he's elbowing Reggie Miller right now. They never show you this part. I remember watching this live. No, Daryl Jones, that's not saying why they walked off the court. They said, we're going to do that as a sign of the way they handed it to us. We're going to do it that way. That's not the reason. Isaiah tells you the reason why they did it. That's not the reason. That's just saying nobody did it. The Celtics did it to us. Nobody said nothing. Andrea Detley was shooting free throws. And the Celtics got up and left. It was time on the clock. So that just previously happened with the Celtics. And they did that with us in 88. So in 88, they do that to us when we beat them. And here it is, 1991. We walking off the court, and now it's a big deal. It became a big deal because it was Michael Jordan. Okay, that's all it was. That's when it became such a big deal. And they said, well, that's what kept them off the dream team. That's a complete lie. That's just an excuse. Nobody gonna not make the dream team because they decided not to shake somebody's hand after a game. It's like, come on, be serious. And you want to talk about the most diplomatic human being in the world, Isaiah Thomas? This dude is the president of the Players Union, who could have been president of the league. He was the executive for the Knicks. Are you kidding me? The first player owner in history. All right. Well, anyway, let's get to this. Look, now watch, Jordan. Push. He pushed Reggie there, elbowed Reggie in the mouth. Right there. Elbowed him in the mouth. Right there. He pushing him again. They missed. They get the rebound back. So right down the way, he chased the lane. Reggie went to catch up with Mike because he didn't get a chance to. Puts it back in. Sees Jordan. Pushes him. Because you just elbowed me and pushed me down there. Now Jordan want to run up on him, and he grabbed him. And they throw Reggie Miller out when Jordan started the whole damn thing. Now, let that sink in. Michael Jordan started this whole thing, kicked it off. He should have gotten a tech and a foul on the other end for elbowing Reggie Miller in the face and purposely shoving him. No, Magic Johnson was only on the dream team because of Isaiah Thomas. Magic Johnson had HIV. He wouldn't have been playing in no damn NBA or no league if Isaiah didn't fight for him to get in there. Why do you think Magic played in the All-Star game and didn't play in the NBA that season? They had to talk to doctors and everything. Isaiah did that. He's the reason Magic Johnson got to play in the All-Star game. And it was the highest rated All-Star game in history. Isaiah made that happen. He orchestrated that so that Magic could be able to play, even though he didn't even play in the league that year. And then Magic did what he always do, come in and write a book and lie. That's why when he sat down with Isaiah, he apologized. It was all his fault. He lied. Michael Johnson is one of the hugest liars. Like he always say, hey, it's two people. There's Irvin Johnson and there's Magic. Magic is a liar. Irvin Johnson is the guy that's there. But yeah, he screwed that up. Because out of all the people, Magic was the closest one to Zeke. And that's when they sat down there and had that face-to-face, and it had been too long, and it hurt him because that was his best friend, and you betrayed him like that. You wrote a book full of lies. What made it weird is that you just had Isaiah Thomas be the host and was the guest speaker at your event. And then you put out a book saying that I kept him off the team. Isaiah did this to himself. And it was me that said, it wasn't Michael Jordan, it was me. I'm like, why would you even want that? Like, you wrote a book and put those lies in there. That's crazy. At least Magic told us about his two sides, unlike Jordan. Oh, Magic got a third side. He ain't talking about that one. The refs are trying to figure out what they gonna do. And that's all they wanted to show you was what Reggie did. They didn't show you what actually started the incident, because Jordan was mad anyway. He was having a bad game because he was sitting there nobody knew what was going on with Mike. And what's funny is that's the guy right here that he should be mad at is Dale Davis. Dale Davis ended up being the father of the baby. Dale Davis is the one that got the baby with her. That's what's funny. Dale Davis is the father of the kid who playing on the Golden State Warriors. That's why I call him Love Child. Every time he play, I'll be, oh, there go Love Child. Love Child. Love Child. Trace Jackson Davis. Love Child. Yeah. And then the other girl, we gonna, hey, should I even do this? Should I even go down this road? Because the first baby, we're going to go into the biggest lie of Michael Jordan. This is the biggest lie. I shouldn't even do it. I shouldn't even do it. But y'all have forced my hand. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, we already know about LeBron's secret kid, man. Come on. The whole world knows. Yep. That's LeBron's secret kid. Everybody know that already. The girl. We already knew about that one. So let's go into it. Mm-mm-mm. All right, hold on. I think I can find it. Hey, oh man. I got all of the stuff here. I just still ain't finished the whole video. Y'all have not seen the whole music video yet. But the mic Mike Mike likes us. That's right. Mike is a liar, and he's been a liar. Say, Mike. I see it like I'm dumb. You better not ever go back to game one. Anybody wearing Jordans they in love, make sure you hide Scottie Pippen from. Oak Tree couldn't even get your hand-me-downs. Mark is overseas playing with his nose now. And he got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified nepotism, certified Jordan child. Wop. See, don't mess him up. I'm going to do my stuff. Why you hating on Zeke? Huh, MJ? Trying to pull our leg, and it's probably a parlay. Hey. I'm telling you, I did a whole song. Once upon a time, MJ hooped in chains. Then he started doubling down, calling rappers gangs. Chicago was the mecca with the buses and trains. Hold on for a minute. Let me put y'all on game. See, Nike was using black folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2025, you got the same agenda. You run over to Europe when you need a couple of dollars. Let me break it down for you. Here's the real Cino challenge. You call H when you didn't see the country club. Jamal Crawford helped you get your lingo up. Yeah, Larry gave you false street cred. Ray Allen made you feel like you was God in your head. Craig Hodges said, man, come and help the South Side. D. Wade said you good, but he lied. You run overseas when you need a few dollars. No, you're not a colleague, boy. You with the colonizers. It all matters. In the truth of the matter, it was Zeke playing to show y'all the liar. You a lamb, you a lamb, you a lamb. You a lamb, you a lamb, you a lion-ass Mike, you a 69 fraud. Lion-ass Mike, you a 69 fraud. Hey, 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 run tell your lies. Hey, 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 Carcino was right. Lion-ass Mike, you a 69 fraud. Lion-ass Mike, you a 69 fraud. Hey, 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 run tell your lies. Hey, 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 Carcino was right. Let me hear you say 1 out of 4. Say 1 out of 4. Then stand this way. This way. Hey, are you my friend? Hey, are you Zeke's friend? Then step this way. Hey, hey, man. Woo! Hey, 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 hey. Hey, we got the whole full, we shot the whole video. I got the video footage in front of Michael Jordan's house, all decked out in my Piston gear. Y'all ain't seen that yet. Trust me. I'm going to send that music video to Mike. You damn right I'm going to send it to him. He ain't going to see it anyway. He ain't going to see it anyway. But I done did the whole song, bro. It's a whole song. I done did. That's just the last verse of the song. I done flipped that whole Not Like Us, Mike Lied to Us song. I did the whole thing in 2024. That's over a year old. Dog, I'm in the one part. I'm in the suit that Kendrick had on. Remember the suit when they was in the shipyards? The green suit. I'm in the green suit. That's how much attention to detail I did. I was in the green suit. Wait till y'all see that video. That's gonna be on the Patreon though, but we didn't already did that. A clip of the video, I think I might have a clip of it. I just ain't, you know, you gotta finish it, mash it to do all the extra stuff. I ain't had time. Everything been going by so fast, the next thing you know, you blink, it's 2025. And you're like, man, I still ain't did that video. And like, just finish it up. Oh, damn. This messes me up because I didn't even see all this yet. Damn, that just show you how crazy time flies. Oh yeah. I'm gonna show y'all some clips from it. Yeah, I can show you some clips. I found it. Mike lied to us. Let me show you some of the clips. Yeah, they tried to sabotage the sound in the video. Why y'all sabotaging it? I had to switch off my camera and go to this camera. Yeah, they got the saboteur. They hot. Y'all hot. They hot. You gonna make me mad and put the video out. That's me in the green suit. These are the shots I did in the green suit for the video. Remember K-Dot had that green suit? That's the not. They lied to us. That's the suit. That's the green suit that K-Dot had on. Hey, and when I'm in front of Michael Jordan house, yeah, in front of the 23 on the gate, with the 23 on the gate doing the song. Hey, when I tell you, I did the song in front of his house. They keep coming with the sabotage. No, you got the clip of it. Now on the Patreon, we gonna have the whole thing. Okay? We gonna have the whole thing. You know, we gonna finish that up. Now with all this coming, we gonna really finish that video up. Because now people ain't gonna believe. They gonna think it's because of all this new stuff. Nah, we're gonna tell you, we're gonna destroy them. Because these doggone Jordan fans have gone too far. They've gone too far now. Yeah, they coming for it. And I ain't even trying to, this wasn't even a video for that. We was here to clear the air. We was here to clear the air. Now they done got me mad. You keep messing with the channel, Mike. I told you to leave me alone. Oh, they finna come with it again, but I'm ready. Because they done pissed me off. So now I'm gonna do it. All right, here we go. You done pissed me off. So let's go. What's up, Patreons? Y'all ready for it? Here it is. The story of Love Child. The story of Love Child. I'm going to let y'all still go on the Patreon to see it. But Michael Jordan was creeping out, getting cozy with old Snowflake. So you was out there getting cozy with Snowflake. You and Dale Davis playing Mandingo parties over in Indiana. Let's go to the depth of his lies. She gets pregnant. Jordan's nervous. Jordan buying her flowers, telling her not to keep it. It's going to destroy his whole family. So let's go to what the problem really is, though. Because everybody talk about Love Child right here, who's Dale Davis' son. She married to another guy that this is his son with her. She must got that fire, boy. She be trapping these dudes. But the first kid right here, who's her daddy? The one that they went to court and said, Jordan ain't the daddy. Jordan ain't the daddy. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? MJ. You want to talk to me, boy? You want to talk to me, MJ? Yeah, I know. I got it on mute. You want to talk to me, MJ? You gonna still say that ain't your daughter? Huh? You wanted to play. Y'all wanted to play. I wasn't gonna go this far until y'all start sabotaging the lie. Now we've been to play. Now you want to play, right? Your biggest lie is right there. That ain't your daughter. That ain't your daughter, Mike. Yeah, so when I say Mike's a liar and you don't want, and y'all want to stick to fandom, and I told you I got receipts, and I know what I'm talking about. That is Love Child's sister. Who's also secretly the love child of If I Could Dream That He Was Me. Yeah, exactly. That's why he attacked Reggie Miller. This is the whole thing he was going through during that time, because it was going to destroy his image and ego. Now, on that note, I'm out. We've done it all now. Answer that, you nut huggers for Jordan.